you hear me?
I can. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
White Claw Tracy on the couch.
Hi.
Back from Europe. Back from the longest European trip that's the longest European trip any of my friends have ever taken.
It was long.
And I'm not saying that's a flex when you can take, 18 days?
Yeah, it was 18.
18 is a lot. But it's right. I think it's the right amount. 20 is a little too long. 18 days is right. I think 15 is...
We could have shaved it like
you think so?
Too
much?
We could have left like on January 2nd.
What do I know? Do I know anything about this? No. The answer is no. Because
it's a long time.
The two people sitting next to me are travelers. Chris Stapleton. And what am I?
Yeah, we were just talking about that.
I am a hermit man.
Yeah. I mean, I got my Buffalo Trace,
Well, we could talk, I find myself after 10 days starting to man, I gotta go home, get back into your routine, because the problem with the traveling is great, but you do start craving
your bed,
your own bed, and just a routine.
I crave routine.
It starts wearing you down because and then you get into this vacation routine,
living
and you're like,
suitcase.
I can't live like this.
No, I can't.
Do you know
no,
how
I
many
can't. I
times-
can live either way in routine. Here's the difference in me. This is a great warm up, and it's dangerous. But I think you'll know what I mean. If I get into vacation routine of 6 beers a day, 12 beers a day,
good.
every day, every day, and
I'm
then
just gliding.
I start living my life that way, and then I realize that I can either choose to be a funny podcaster who is sharp and still does this at a very high level,
drunk.
Yeah.
or I can be the best drunk ever. I'll
really
be
good
funny.
at it,
I'll be so drunk. My garage will look really cool. It'll have all cool signage all up, and I'll be and it's fun. They're both fun.
The takeaway store guys loved us because we would see them every night, and I was grabbing multiple cans.
That's why I stopped drinking, because
the
the first 7 days of us being on vacation, I was like doom doom da doom doom da doom, and I'm like, this is great. Every day, 21 beers a week. Every day.
We were headed to the Tube, and I said, "Hey, you wanna stop in here and grab a takeaway?" And Mike looked at me, and he was like, "No, I'm fine." And I went, "Well, it's like
you do
11.
go hard. Man. You go hard, Tracy.
I know, I do. I do.
Yeah.
With the wine, it's the wine in the hospitality suites when they don't have anything else that's free. That's when it goes bad.
Because
I don't remember how we got home.
Every day you wake up and you just look forward to that first drink.
And
then
you have to, because all you have to look forward to.
Oh my gosh!
Everything else is doesn't even not even that good.
Doesn't matter.
It sucks.
It does.
I seen all the fucking castles. Fucking castle.
I got hammered in Liverpool.
Old ass castle. I don't give a shit.
I don't need your old ass castle ass.
And they're all the same, by the way. All castles are the same.
I didn't even look at a castle.
The old building.
She's so drunk she didn't see one castle, not even
Not
one.
one castle.
Yeah, I want to be
I saw a
drunk.
lot
You
of
know
soccer.
that when you're drunk, there is one castle everyone wants when they're drunk.
What?
White Castle.
The drunk got it. You didn't get it.
Also,
you passed the test. You're a businessman.
I'm from Philly. I mean, come on. White Castle's a staple.
All right, Mr. Van, why don't you introduce Trace? She does have a new theme song. I read her.
Okay.
Small, tiny.
Fun.
That's the key to the AI stuff. Is you got to do them
Yeah.
fast. If you do full songs, it's like, okay, we're coming around to the second verse. This one's about titties. People are like, all right.
They just, checked out.
All right, here we go. 3.
Welcome to A Corporate Time with Tom and Dan. I'm Tom.
I am Dan. We're live on Twitch. We're live on YouTube. We'd love it if you come hang out. Lots of our YouTube channel, our Twitch, so active. It's, in fact, it's too active. ChatGPT is saying, why are you doing so much video content? And the answer is, we've built a prison. We've built a glorious, big, glorious prison. And there's nothing we can do about it. So come on over. You might as well come on over and join in our Watch the Demise at Tom and Dan Live. At Tom and Dan Live on everything.
The prison industry makes lots of money. How are we getting that business?
Yeah, yeah.
How are we getting the prison business?
Can we set it up for listeners to do that? What's that thing where you can go and you can buy prisoners? You can get them a bag of Cheetos for $90. That's good. You know what I'm
commissary,
talking about? Yeah, where they jack up the prices crazy. So if you if your brother rapes somebody and is in jail, that's a horrible scenario. I don't know why I went that way, but let's go with it. Let's go with it. Your brother rapes somebody and he's in jail, and you want to buy him a bag of Cheetos for Christmas because he really loves the Cheeto goodness in his Cheetos. It's like $90 for that bag of Cheetos. We need to get in that business.
This is how love after lockup starts.
I was introducing Tracy as White Claw Tracy, and then I realized that that's kind of disrespectful.
Oh, no, because I made her a theme song.
We're back to White Claw Tracy. Well, I'm just saying she's more than just White Claw Tracy to us.
She's more than White Claw Tracy to me.
But anyway, White Claw Tracy.
Okay, White Claw Tracy's here. Here's her theme song. I'm going easy breezy on these. Let's do it.
It's White Claw Tracy.
All right.
Okay. All right.
That's it. That's all you get. I don't even know what it is.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
Hi.
Yeah. There she is.
Hi,
I thought it embodied you.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. That was a little whatever that was at the end.
Yeah. I enjoyed it.
Tracy, let's talk about. First let's talk White Claw. Of course,
Yes.
I drink it. You drink it. It's my favorite seltzer.
Well, if I were drinking right now, it'd be something. I drink 9 of them. What are you talking about? I've always been. I was the first
9 will hurt
ever.
you. I've been 9 before.
9 is bad, and
9
I'll tell
is
you.
bad.
And the math
12's
and the
worse.
math doesn't work the same. You can 9 regulars. If you do 4 surge, you're gone.
Oh, you're done.
4 surge, you might as well you're done.
I've
Lights out.
walked back from a state park shower on let's say 9 to 12 White Claws and a little extra.
Yeah. Plus.
Whatever that plus.
Plus.
So we call that Cobra Plus.
We call it Cobra Plus.
And I almost just fell over into an ant pile because I was like, I've lost motor function. And then I was like, where am I? Have you ever drank so much and then plus that you looked around and you're like, I don't know where I'm like, I don't know where my car or RV is. And then I'm like looking, I'm like, oh man, if my wife catches me lost, I'm going to be in trouble.
If my wife catches me
In the
lost.
woods.
She's like, you're lost.
I have like a dialogue with myself where I talk to myself and I'm like, do you know where you're at? And then, but the answer is different than you think. I'm like, do you know where you're at? Do you know how I answer that? I go, good. That doesn't even make any sense if you think about it. Do you know where you're at? And the answer is good.
Yeah.
That makes 0 sense.
Okay, so Tracy, you
Yes.
just recently went to Europe.
Yes.
Over the winter break,
Yes.
and I want to hear about it because you were there for 18 days, which me and Daniel were talking about.
Jesus
It's a
Christ.
long ass time to be in Europe.
Yeah.
It's a very long
With
time.
your family. I mean, it's different to be like, oh, I went to Europe. I was working. I was there for like,
Yeah,
a
usually it's a
month or-
week.
Yeah, but you were there with your husband and your son.
Yes. It was funny. Every time we bumped into people and they asked us what we were doing, and we would kind of say,
You're on holiday.
They were
Hey,
like,
on holiday.
Yeah. Well, I would say I was on holiday. I started using terms like, let's take the lift. Like, what's an elevator, right? Take the lift. I'm very European now. But
Let
no,
me suck your willy.
So you can't say
They
that.
would
I don't know if you can or
ask.
not.
Everybody would ask if we were there to see family, which I thought was really interesting. And we're like, no, we're just here. And they're like, oh, you're here for that long to not see? And we're like, no. But the key to it was we hopped around a lot. So we didn't just stay in one place. So we left the day school let out, and we got home the last day of school day. Yeah.
I thought I ran within vacation margins,
Yeah.
and that was after 18-day vacation. You get back the day before school is insane.
I thought Mason was going to miss his first day of school because I thought it started Monday, and I was like, well, you're going to miss the first day of school. And then I checked the calendar because he was on the phone with his friend the night before, and I'm like, why is he not in bed? And he's like, we don't have school tomorrow, Mom. And so I'm at the airport pulling up the schedule.
When did school? That is
What, you mean that they get that free day
that
before they
one
go
Teacher
back?
work day.
Yeah, it's
That's a
like
new
a
thing.
hurricane day. I think that it
Yes.
slides because there's
Yeah.
no hurricanes this season. Like you
Yeah.
got that extra. Having that one day extra, that's always a surprise because I was surprised too because I was like, all right, I'm like, you guys, we've thrown off our schedule. You guys are sleeping till 11, 12. You're staying up
Sleeping till lunch? That's awesome.
You know that. There's,
Up until 3 something.
Wake
yeah,
up
yeah,
and
yeah.
have a hot dog.
And
for
I'm like,
breakfast.
we're resetting. We got to get back. I was supposed to start days ago, but we have one day. We're going back on Monday. And then I remembered, like, oh, Tuesday. I'm like, yes.
Yeah.
One more day to do
You guys can stay up as late as you want.
Yeah.
We will have this conversation tomorrow.
No, it was, well, it's funny you say that because my son, I caught him at like 3:30 in the morning on his iPad, like on his phone,
I know what you caught him.
talking to his friends. And I'm like, you have to go to sleep. Like, we're getting up in the morning to go tour, do things. And he's like, no, but my friends are still awake because of that it was a 5-hour time difference.
Poor thing, he doesn't understand time change.
Well, he did, but he was mad about it. Towards the end of the vacation, he started to get mad. He's like, I've been with you guys all vacation. Like,
He's an only, right?
Yes, he's an only.
I knew that, but I'm just confirming in case there are secret things you wanted to tell us. I will say that was the only drawback to me being an only.
Yeah.
Is that when you get drug around on a vacation, there's nowhere else for you to go. And unless you have friends that you made at the resort or at the hotel or whatever, then you're kind of with mom and dad.
Yeah,
and
where we were, there was nowhere to make friends.
At least he has a phone to jump on, though. I had to literally talk to my parents. Well, and you can't talk to a deck of Uno cards. You can't be texting with Uno cards. You can't like pick up, like, what did I have? Game Boy? That was nice when we got that. Yeah. But I didn't have that for a while. I'm 49 years old.
I remember going on vacation with my parents, and then all you had is just music to listen to.
That was CD player or your tape cassette
They didn't do
player.
tapes. My parents did comedy tapes. Sometimes we had Jerry Clower. He's a Southern comedian. They talk like this. Like, he tries to talk like my dad. He had a bunch of characters within his universe that he would talk about. It's like Southern humor with a bunch of characters he would talk about. Like, my cousin's crazy. His name is Clovis. And he would kind of tell these crazy stories. And then we had self-help. We had like Jerry Clower tapes, or there was a self-help gentleman named Zig Ziglar. Zig Ziglar.
Yeah,
and my mom
like
and dad,
famous.
and my dad, like, we'd get to our rest area and pull over, and then it would be time to flip the tape. And so I'd hand it was a binder of tapes, like a huge, like a baseball card binder of tapes, and you would open it, and each self-help tape, there were like 25 self-help tapes in the collection. And my dad had the Zig Ziglar self-help collection. And he would take one of the tapes out, hand it up to Dad. He'd hand you the one, and you'd put them in order because there were different things. It's like, this one's anxiety. This
We didn't
one's
do
parenting.
any of that.
This is like drinking. This,
We didn't do any of that. We just put our headphones on and ignored our parents. That's what me and my brother did.
Yeah.
And we ignored each other.
I'm too old for headphones. No such thing. No such thing as headphones.
But yeah, so it was 18 days. And like I said, we had we hopped around. So we went to Manchester first because there's a direct flight from Orlando to Manchester, which is so much better than having to fly into like London Heathrow, where you're having to either go to New York or Atlanta and getting your bags and going through, getting the connections from international terminal it's just a hassle.
How much smaller is the Manchester experiencing the Manchester airport compared to the London airport? Is it
smaller? But it's big. It's a big airport. I will say this. Mike and I actually had a discussion about European airports versus like our airports.
Yeah.
I said they must come over and be very shocked because when you go into their airports, their terminal, you walk in and it is an open air store. You're literally walking the pathway and it's all duty free, but it's all like open. So there isn't just like, this is the news store, how like Orlando's airport is very segmented with their little like, here's where the headphones are sold and here's where you get your newspaper and soda. We had no choice but to walk by the perfume, every single liquor bottle. Like, I mean, that is just the funnel that it takes you.
So it's like Freeport, Bahamas, it sounds like.
It's really elegant. And so then when you go in,
nice. It's just open.
Yeah, it's just all open and I mean, huge ceilings. It was gorgeous. And then when you go in further, then they'll have like your high-end stores, which you can then, duty-free shop. But all of that is also near the gates.
Who's buying that stuff?
Okay, I got a question for you. When
you're traveling internationally, it's like tickets are $8,000 or whatever, like, and then you care about paying like or getting a discount on taxes on some big jumbo bottle of cologne.
Well,
who buys anything at the airport? Okay, so you ask a
did buy stuff at the airport.
You ask a very great question. Okay, just got off the Bright Line last weekend, right?
Nah.
Two they looked very well-to-do black ladies got on our thing. and they had the most newly purchased Louis Vuitton from the airport store at whatever our airport is, MCO or whatever you call it, that I've ever seen, loading it all on the train.
Yeah, people buy. I mean,
I don't know. I don't know how to answer your question, but all I'm weighing in is to say that I saw it, and Maisie goes, "Wow!" Like, because May is at the age now where she recognizes stuff like that. She goes, "Wow, that's a lot of Louis Vuitton." I go, "Yeah, baby, they have a lot of money, and they are spending it at the airport bag store. And it's not even a Louis Vuitton store; it's a secondary vendor that carries trendy Louis Vuitton." So I don't know.
And so
we bought soccer cards. We didn't buy anything.
Hey,
we didn't buy anything.
It's your money.
We were looking for liquor, but because there's a certain bottle of liquor that my husband was interested in, but we couldn't find it, so we didn't buy anything like that.
So what was your guys' plan? I know you guys saw a lot of soccer.
Yeah, so the whole plan was basically soccer, or as I had to call it over there, football. And I was not allowed to wear my soccer mom shirt that I had bought. Mason did not allow that. He's like, "No, Mom, do not even bring it." So
did you wear your MILF shirt?
I you know what, I left that one at home too. That one no one saw. It was under the sweaters. It was so cold. Yeah. No, so our plan was to go see soccer matches, and we went and saw 5 of them. 4 of them were Premier League. The 5th one was the league that's under the Premier League.
Yeah,
so,
lingerie league is the 4th. That was for Mason. We got your son. He's he's a young teen boy.
That one was.
We took him to lingerie soccer. It's awesome.
That one was really interesting because it was just when in the hospitality area. Every man in there was like gray hair, old man. Like this was like their soccer club from like when they were kids, and now they're just like a bunch of old men that would sit at a pub having pints. They were very. I was like, this is not. They weren't. I didn't feel like they were tourists. I felt like this is like what they do on the weekends to support their team. There's just a bunch of old men, and they go there and meet each other and have hospitality packages.
Okay.
Yeah, it's very like roughnecks.
An excuse to drink when you get to be an older man,
right?
Oh, you go and you find like-minded guys that fought in
watching soccer in a pub in Europe.
I picked a pub by these 2 old men that were sitting by the windows by themselves, not talking to each other, and I said, "Let's go in there." And we just sat down, and there were only 4 of us, and none of us spoke. And I was like, but it was just cool. These old men just sipping their pints at like 12 in the afternoon, doing nothing.
The atmosphere, because you've been to, are you and your husband and son trying to check off as many like big name EPL stadiums as you can? Is that kind of the goal here? Because you've done a lot of this. Are you going to branch out to South American soccer stadiums? Because that would be cool too.
So next,
and who's the driving force? Is it really
my
your
husband.
boy, or is it Mike?
It's my husband.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, like this is his kid dream, and now he can afford it.
That's
so,
cool.
Right,
I didn't know he was such a psycho soccer guy. I love that. I love that.
I think it got reborn when my kids started playing.
Sure.
Even though we only play rec league, we're not like competitive or anything.
Hey, that's all it takes to ignite the dream.
Yeah.
Doesn't take much.
And now so that's what my kids also involved in, like interested in. So it makes it easier. And now Mom's along for the ride, and I love merch and stuff. So but no. So we did. He picked matches that like fit into our travel schedule. So what we did was we flew to Manchester. We spent the first weekend in Manchester. So our first match we saw. We arrived on Friday morning, and our first match was Saturday. So we saw Man City versus West Ham.
Okay.
Great. It was a great match. Not really a Man City fan for.
How's the atmosphere in the stadium?
Fun. They're very fun and different than you say, Orlando,
match.
Or even Miami, because I've been down to a Miami match.
How's it different?
The away fans. They're there, like they're there because they can be there.
Yes,
It's so cool to see literally, the
you
size of our supporter section.
Rival, right?
Yeah, like a 20-minute tube ride.
Been around so much longer that of course there's a lot more away fans traveling.
Yeah, and I mean it doesn't take that long to travel around there. So worst case scenario, maybe you're an hour out. Maybe you're out to Liverpool for an hour. Like it's nothing.
Do you do do the same thing that like Orlando City does or MLS is put all the away fans in one section and like
yes, and they have to stay there. Yeah, they
I think they even take it more
entrances.
seriously than we do.
Very much so.
Oh yeah, there's violence.
Well, there
some
used
hooligan
to be,
is stabbing you.
like in the 70s, like I think from the end of the 60s and then throughout the 70s, even into the 80s, and maybe a little in the 90s. And there's good books about it. I'm blanking on the one that I was gifted by some of when we first started Orlando City, and I say we because Tom and I were there. Some of the British people that were there would kind of foster you and I and give us like, hey, read this book, mate. It'll teach you about the hooligan. Yeah. So I've got some of that stuff. But yeah, that was like a real deal. So I think they have zero tolerance to it now.
And I know a lot of people died, and there was a lot of violence. But
trampolines, yeah.
Those are the good old days in my
life.
So,
like when it was dangerous
to
go to a match.
Broadly.
Yeah. And then you could be
trampled.
I mean, and you will get in a fight if
I almost did.
You know, you start walking into the rivals stadium.
Been part of it.
You know, like, and you better.
And they pull your shirt over your head, and they use one of that leather tool that's metal, got a blackjack, and they whack your teeth out of your face.
Yeah, we were very careful with what merch we were wearing, where we were at, you know. But yeah, so when we went,
nowadays there's nothing to worry about.
Well, when we went to Man United,
everybody's a P word.
Everybody started gathering towards the doors of the stadium, and it's just like it's brick and then these metal red doors, and then when the metal red doors open, that's where they check your tickets and everything. So underneath, because you're kind of underneath the stadium, like the steps of the stadium.
And what stadium is this again?
It's Man United's Old Trafford.
Old Trafford.
When you're like under it, and then so I'm trying to now go. It's kind of like you think of the Coliseum, like that there's like an area underneath where you can walk under the steps. So I'm walking
where the lions poop.
But everybody is now these big clumps of people in front of these doors. Well, this old man that I was kind of following, he started cutting through the path. You guys were talking about this the other day, like cutting through the line.
Okay.
This young guy walks right in front of him and goes, nope, you can go behind me, like cuts him off. And so, because we're like, going against the grain, they're all trying to go in the stadium and we're trying to get to our door that way. And then, so he goes to go behind him. Well, and that old man, they're both white hair, starts screaming at him, dropping F-bombs, calling him the P word, telling him, you know where you're supposed to walk, you go to the back.
You at that P word!
And I'm like nuts and butt with this guy because I'm like following him through the crowd. Meanwhile, my family's behind me and I'm like, I'm not with him. Like, and I'm like, this guy's screaming at us, but we went through anyway.
Well, back in the 80s, they would start headbutting each other. That's my time.
Get the blackjacks out. Let's start whacking some teeth.
I like a good hooligan headbutt.
Yeah. Well, but so we saw Man City, and then we left Manchester. We had a day in Manchester on Sunday where we kind of just walked around. We went to the football museum. When
you're doing that, is your boy, like, even though he plays soccer or football, is he into the museum, or is he just kind of like, come on?
That museum he was, because there were 3 or 4 interactive booths where you could go in and actually kick a soccer ball.
See, that's why the Science Center's
like
got it right.
Yeah.
The Science Center knows that your kids are going to get bored if they just have to look at something. They're like, hey, come over here and kick this real quick.
Yeah, exactly.
So they don't get bored.
So it was cool. Like the one room you go into, and it was probably the size of like this studio. Around the base, it had circles that would light up, and you had to like kick the ball and hit it. There was another one where they had to do penalty kicks, and it was like VR. So that was really cool. But yeah, so we did that, and then the next day we left, and so that Manchester hotel was our home base every time we went back, because we were there 3 times. So we left luggage there with them. We're like, we'll be back next week. Keep our luggage for us.
Will they do that?
Yeah, they do.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they keep it in their like storage room. They gave us like a little
definitely
luggage
went
tag.
through it and sniffed your panties 100%.
So, you know what?
That's a professional
That's fine.
hotel.
It's free. I don't care.
Really? You think anything's professional these days? Like, really? If they wrapped it in cellophane,
I know. Then
like
I
the
would've
Brazilians do
known.
around here, then
Right.
I would say, okay, you're free and clear. They've stopped doing that, by the way. Now they sell a device.
They have the bag covers.
Yeah.
I did see a lot of cellophane, but
now they sell bag covers
and bag
with the
covers.
name of the tour group like the name of the bus company? Well, they'll sell those, and you slide it over. It's one piece.
No, really.
And so you don't have to do the cellophane anymore. It's very smart because
Yeah.
they're making extra money on that. It's a brilliant idea.
My suitcase actually broke on me one time when we did the Rhine River cruise. The
what
last day,
happened?
I'm on this cruise boat on the river.
Oh, what your
and
dildos vibrate the locks
no,
off?
the thread where to the zipper. It came unstitched from the actual suitcase, so the zipper still worked, but it wasn't like
because your
on
lube,
anything.
your lube probably degraded the stitching.
It was
Come
all
on.
the lube, yeah.
Because you get your lube at Walgreens. See, people don't think I listen
Now,
to these things.
are you doing other touristy stuff out there, or just
Yes.
watching matches and stuff?
No, so then we left Manchester and we went to Rome. So Rome was that was the week of Christmas, and that was no matches. So,
Okay, how's Rome the week of Christmas? Is it all do they decorate it traditional?
Not
Christmas
really.
time?
I mean, there were like the little restaurants that are on the cobblestone streets and everything where they have their patio out. They're all decorated.
Lights, like traditional lights?
Yeah, traditional, like an ivy, that hangs from their trellises and stuff like
But it's
that.
old
Yeah.
school Christmas decorations, not the gaudy
Yeah,
corporate.
I didn't see
Frosty
one
the Snowman.
inflatable.
Okay.
That was an Olaf.
Yeah.
Give me an Olaf
I
and
didn't
an
see
Elsa.
one. Yeah, there was no snowflake stick in the ground. That's like the.
I want a
snowflake
Coca-Cola
lights.
Santa
Yeah,
Claus.
no, yeah.
Yeah.
No, it was very traditional.
Throw inflatables in front of us with some garbage.
We had a really cool thing planned for Rome, but we ended up canceling it for two reasons. Because it was on Christmas Eve. We were going to do a golf cart tour of the city at night, which I thought would be really cool.
God, so Rome does the same thing Sanford does. Great job, Rome, you POS.
But we realized we had already walked pretty much all the streets and seen everything that the golf cart was probably going to take us to, because that was day 3. And like the first day we were there, we had a walking tour. So we hit a lot of
Also,
stuff.
can I talk about golf cart tours for just a hot second?
Oh.
It's not impressive to me because it's like quick. Like the technology is so like you just press the button and you go really like you take off. There's no, I hate to steal your word, but there's no grit. There's nothing interesting about it. It's just like, meh, here we go. Like I need like a mad horse. I need a sad horse. I need something
I didn't see
different.
any
Some animal
horses.
cruelty
Yeah.
mixed in.
I
It
need-
does
I
make
didn't
it
see
better.
any horses.
I need
in
a
Rome.
buggy. I
There was no
need like a
buggies.
vintage taxi, a vintage convertible. Like
But
something.
they're like tiny. They almost look like the little Pope Mobile.
Okay.
But they were just these little tiny golf carts because the
Like
streets
the
are very
gym.
small.
The gym cars.
Yeah, but we canceled it because we had seen everything, and number 2, it ended up raining on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, so we were like, let's not drive around in plastic. They had the plastic sides and everything. And
Tom
we're
would
like,
have. Tom would have driven around in it.
We saved a lot of money doing that. Not canceling.
Tom's not
that
afraid of
one.
weather. Tell him about it. Tell him about it, my friend.
Well, let's talk about the tour for a second.
Yes, the walking tour.
You're very anti-tour.
Any tour that I've, and this, I'm painting a broad brush here, but any tour that I've ever paid for in any country I've been or place or whatever, it's like, here's the tour, you wait with another group of people, you get on the thing, and then you sit down, and then the tour guide starts talking, and you, like, during the middle of it, I always think, I wish I was somewhere drinking.
Yeah.
Guess what? We stopped to get drinks.
Yeah, okay, yeah. But then,
We picked the right tour.
You're not wrong.
And then it doesn't make me feel like I shouldn't have done it, but it does take a little bit away from it because
I get
I'm
antsy.
like I paid for this. I should be enjoying it more, but all I can think about is just somewhere drinking.
You shouldn't admit
Do you
that.
know the tour I do have one tour I liked. I have one tour I liked.
Just one?
Like literally one
Okay.
that I thought it was the first time I ever experienced this and I thought it was cool. The guided tour where we just had the headphones on that you and I did of Alcatraz,
Oh, that'd
where
be
you
cool.
could take it at your own pace.
Yeah.
Like you
I
could
did
walk
one
up
of
to the thing and
those.
hit the button and listen to it,
Yeah.
walk over here, hit the button, because you could circumvent the line. You didn't have to go with everybody else. You could get it. You could hurry up and get it
Yeah.
done.
Yeah,
Yeah, we
getting it done.
almost-
But then I feel guilty. I'm
Right,
like, why?
yeah.
Why I'm running through Alcatraz now? And I'm like, who cares?
More realistic.
Drinks!
It's more realistic
That's
running
the-
through Alcatraz.
But then I'm like, why did I pay for this if I'm just hurrying to get back to drinking.
We didn't do like that many tours so that it didn't hold us from drinking. Yeah. No, we tried. We picked. That was a walking tour. So my husband picked it, and we walked 9 miles that day. I mean, there was a bus. There was a little bit of bus involved. That was when it took us over to the Vatican.
Okay, hold on. Bus is worse than walking. I hate being on buses with other humans.
It was only 10 minutes.
No, but I hate it. I just hate it.
We
in
walked
any
home from the
capacity, like
Vatican.
even the shuttles. You know when people go like, "Hey, we'll park at this parking lot and we'll shuttle you to Buffalo Wild Wings to watch the Super Bowl." No, thank you.
You would have hated this trip. We got off our plane onto buses. We didn't even land at an actual terminal where I forget.
Field.
We were in we were in Manchester. They're doing a lot of construction on their terminals. There's only one open, and they literally landed us just on the tarmac, and then we had to wait on the plane for buses to show up, and they took the 20 rows out the back and the rest of us out the front of the plane, and we got on buses. And I looked at my husband, I'm like, we're supposed to be at the hospitality suite in 45 minutes. I'm like, we're on the bus. This is not good. We made it.
There is something cool that I've always found cool.
Tell me.
And about getting off the plane with stairs onto the tarmac.
Oh, tarmac, yeah.
Yeah. And then like, I don't know, it's inconvenient and it's
like the
loud
smell of it
and
a
there's
little
but it
feels important.
Like it feels like you've landed in, because the regular, like when you go through the what is it called, a jetway or whatever, like you go through the jetway, there's nothing that really says I've landed in a new place, because now you went from one airport to another. They all both look the same, and then you have to get out and stuff. But I like getting off the plane and it's like shit. You hear the engines, and then you walk down
and you can feel the temperature.
The temperature change, and then you're on, and it's loud, and there's people with construction vests, and you're like, oh, I'm in a new place.
Well, you shouldn't be there. Like you're and it feels a little. I think you're discounting that 1% of naughtiness. It's like literally. Okay, there is a.
I'm like, I can throw my shoe into the engine. I think no one's stopping.
I think maybe that's why you like it, is because think about that. It is like what, 0.5% more dangerous to be there. It's not dangerous. to be there.
No, of course.
But what if that airplane? What if one of the engines malfunctioned and one of those rotor blades came flying out? It could chop your feet off.
It just feels like I've flown to a new place and I've landed, and now I'm here. Instantly, because the jetway, and then you finally leave the front of the airport. It's like, okay, like a lot. I like landing, get out there, make it loud. You're like, oh, I'm here.
Yeah. With that said, not to go back to it, but that is one of the other reasons why I like the Bright Line. They only give you 2 minutes to get on and off. So when you get off, you're running. It's not. They don't. They're not. It makes it feel more real because they're like, get the hell off my train.
Yeah, we gotta keep going.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh.
We talked about that because we were waiting for our train to go somewhere. And
tell us about these trains. You took a lot of trains.
We took a lot of trains.
I mean,
because we took the tube a lot, just to get around like local London. But then we also took like faraway trains. So we took a train from Manchester to London. So it's about a 3-hour ride. It's like, it would be like going to Miami. Unfortunately, they decided they were doing some construction work on some of the tracks, so there was no direct train from Manchester to London and vice versa like we had done last year. So we had to get off at Sheffield, and Mike looks at me, he's like, we have 15 minutes. And I'm like, great, I'm carrying a full luggage, and a lot of these places you don't want to wait for the lift because everybody's got luggage and everybody, or strollers, and so you want us to go up and down steps. I mean, I beat the hell out of Mo's luggage. Great quality. The wheels were great.
I like that.
Because they were up and down. It went up and down so many steps and escalators, but there was the one tube that was near our hotel in London. You get there and there's two ways to the tracks. There's the lifts that you can take, or there's 175 steps in a spiral staircase straight down, and there's no coming out of it. And so there's an announcement going on. It's like, attention, there are 175 steps to the platform. Please do not take the steps if you can't handle it. So nobody walks up the steps. We took the steps down the first time because I was like, oh, what's 175 steps? I mean, we looped and looped and looped and looped, but we made it down. It was fine. But yeah, and then there was another tube station that had 195 steps. That's
funny
like
that they
that's
tell you
five
the
stories. Like that's 15 stories down. Like did the math.
You know,
I don't know. It's something crazy.
We had Europe beat with our term for underground railroad, and they call it a tube. We call it a subway. Our name is cooler until Jared Fogle ruined it with his goddamn pedophile ways.
Yeah, the tube.
And now they have tube, and they're
the tube
beating
doesn't
us.
sound. It doesn't sound tough. The tube doesn't sound tough.
Yeah, no, it's stupid.
But train travel, like there, you have to be on time, and it leaves. Like we were watching, it said boarding at this time, and it said departs at blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And we watched the one train, and as soon as the clock on the wall hit like 9:02, that thing was gone.
No,
Yeah, they love staying on time.
Oh, I loved it.
They're public transit, and especially, and we've got it in bigger cities in the United States, but outside of the big cities, nothing.
It's not the same.
And the infrastructure will never be built because
Well, you have to have a vehicle. You have to have transportation.
It's too late. So the only
and we're too big, to be honest.
And we'll die before this happens, but maybe our kids will experience a super effective way to have public transportation through electric vehicles or something like that, and we'll see that. But until, but we don't have, there's no way to build the infrastructure.
Right.
We've already segmented our communities in a way
We're
that we can't.
stuck in our ways.
And I mean, at the end of the day,
like,
we're way too big to be doing that. I mean, if you look at the areas over in Europe that are all traveling to each other in train, it is still a fraction of the United States. You know what I mean?
No,
So
the countries are so compact. And
yeah.
And my mini documentaries, I've been watching. I don't know why this has popped up on my algorithm, but why America is a land fortress that'll never be conquered.
Probably all that propaganda you've been digesting, buddy. I think I know
I
I wonder why this is in my algorithm. Maybe it's because I'm buying survival food by the gallon and buying guns.
I don't know why they're presented to me, but I get lost in these mini documentaries.
I'll go watch about the fortress.
And then pack his bug out bag.
And then it just talks about how America, like just the geography, like we have two giant oceans on both sides, and then between Canada and Mexico and stuff. And then even with the Rocky Mountains in the middle, and then the ability for us to get goods through the Mississippi River system that is so efficient to go from the Gulf to the river.
That's an anomaly too.
Yeah. And then so we can get goods and services easy
We're
to
pretty
report.
smart.
Yeah. Well, it's almost like we just looked at the country looked out, and then in Europe, like every country that you could be fighting with is all around you, surrounding you, and then there's like no giant natural.
That's why we need Denmark.
It's so
and it's like
it's really awesome that they're all so cramped because there's so much travel. Like so, like it's just so easy to be like, oh, I'm just gonna go to Rome for Rome's a little bit harder to go to. I mean,
Did you go to the Vatican?
We did. So that was part of the tour. We went to the Colosseum.
Do you know that Jelly Roll sang at the Vatican? That's like a really big deal. I'm not making a joke here.
My mother-in-law sang there as well with her choir.
He did that new song with he's got a song out that's a Christian song, and it's like arguably his most famous song. And out of all the stuff he's done, like that's the one that I'm like, dude, you got to do that. He got to sing with, I think it's Alex Warren is the name of the guy.
Okay.
Hard Fought Hallelujah is the name of the song.
Yeah.
And Jelly Roll and that guy, I think that's right. They got to perform it in the middle of the Vatican Square, which that's insane.
That's cool.
To get to
the Vatican is weird too.
Yeah, we were there when it was all set up for the Christmas mass because we were there 3 days before Christmas, so all the white chairs were out, like because that's where they do. Yeah, so that was really crazy.
I mean, even to be involved in the Christmas mass at the Vatican is probably some year waiting list.
No,
we
could have gotten tickets. It's free. They told us how it's you go the day before and you
gotta
walk
bring
up.
Like 2 cans
you walk
of
up
soup,
to this little
then you
line.
put it in.
There's this little line with a security guy, and that's the line we could have got in to go into the actual like church and everything because we stayed outside.
You got to bring 2 proofs of purchase from a Whopper.
He told me you just ask for it and then they just give you tickets and then you just come back.
Maybe it's not as sought after as I thought.
Did you guys ever do that? Just hard pivot, but did anybody ever were poor enough to bring? You'd cut the side of the soda can out to get Busch Garden tickets.
Oh yeah.
Of course.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Mine was Six Flags.
Yeah. In order to get free tickets or stuff, my dad be out there there with the shears cutting the side of a soda can.
Oh yeah, the Dade County Youth Fair. Like every year, you would turn in some sort of
to get in.
Coke product or whatever. Yeah. Some sort of coupon that was printed on the side of
that's
the
a
aluminum
fair,
can.
and the Vatican's free. That's wild to me that you could just go and stand there. No, there's not many church ceremonies or services that would really get me. But I don't know if I would. I think it'd be almost virtually impossible to not be overcome with Christmas magic.
Oh yeah.
If you're standing, or the Spirit, the Holy Spirit, Jesus, whatever you want to call it.
It was really cool.
That would be really neat.
It was really
awesome.
cool to, walk through all of that, and, just very interesting to walk through all of that and think of who else has walked these halls.
Jelly Roll.
Well, yeah. I mean, that was the first thing that came to mind,
It should have been. It should have been. He's America's poet laureate.
But, that was really cool.
What was the worst thing you did, Tracy? Because that's what I mentioned.
Yeah. I like the cut of this man's negativity.
I don't want to hear about anything good.
Give us that bad. You diarrhea your pants?
Yeah. When someone tells me how good their vacation is, I'm like, get to the bad part. That's all I care. Does that make me a bad person? Because
I think it makes you a podcaster that has a show where that
you need entertainment.
Hearing
funny stuff.
I'm sorry I didn't spend that much money to have a horrible time, Tom.
Well, hearing the good parts, I'm like,
jealous.
I wish I was doing that, but I can't. But hearing the bad parts, I'm like, good, you wasted your money.
Well, hold on. Okay, no, I can't say because you and I have private conversations. I'm not gonna.
Oh yeah. We won't bring that one up. No,
no.
I might have gotten a little too hammered one soccer match, and it maybe didn't go over very well with my family.
No, I wasn't gonna bring that up. I was not.
We're not allowed to go into details because may or may not remember them.
You know what? You are so Tom and Dan, it hurts because that is such a thing that we would do, right? It's almost like your initiation. Like when you feel, it's like I hear you say that you got too inebriated at a sporting event and may have embarrassed yourself, and Tom and I look at each other and we look at you and we're like, she's the right woman for the job.
I wasn't embarrassed at all.
No, of course not. You were living your best life.
I was fine. I was great.
When my wife gets drunk, I'm like, yes, I can get more drunk now.
Yeah, no.
That's all I think.
And I never get that.
That didn't happen.
I never get
They
that.
got mad at me,
go.
but then bought me White Claw in the train station so that I'd have White Claw, 2 of them to ride home with. So whatever,
White Claw tastes different?
How was it finding?
It does, and they didn't.
knew it.
It tastes slightly different. The can is slightly smaller, and the percentage is slightly less as well.
Okay, it's a smaller can?
Yeah,
It's already
I forget
a pretty
what it
tiny
is.
can.
Oh, so this is the other thing. So I realized that that our alcohol over here, content-wise, is much more than what they pour over there.
Oh, you were telling me that.
Because we're big, strong Americans, Tracy.
Yeah, and we like drunk Americans.
We like to get drunk. Europeans, they think they like to get drunk. So, America likes to get drunk.
So I'm ordering doubles because it's a standard. But yeah, their standard, like if you were to order like a vodka soda, their standard is a 25 milliliter, where America's like 44 to 50. So it's like double.
Yeah. But what they have that we don't do, because we consider it a problem, is they'll drink all day.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? They'll drink all day long, and they're fine with it.
Yeah.
And,
we're a 5. They're a 4.5.
And we drink all day long. We got friends and family writing us emails and stuff.
The can fit a little bit smaller in my koozie that I had with me.
Hey. That's a personal question.
I
think that means you need to do Kegels.
So what is? Why would you say that?
It's a comedy
how
show.
much Tracy helps us.
Trying to throw some jokes out there. I'm sick of her stupid good trip.
Yeah,
what the
what's
worst thing was we didn't do anything on New Year's Eve. We had grand plans to do something on New Year's Eve.
What were you gonna do?
And then at the end, all of a sudden,
Where place were you
at? For New Year's Eve, after Rome, we went back to Manchester, caught more matches, caught the Liverpool match, and then went to London for the week of New Year's. And so we were supposed to be on a boat in the River Thames watching the fireworks.
Wow.
Okay, that sounds awesome.
I mean, that is...
Yeah.
I love fireworks and I love boats.
Where do they do them? Like
and
around
I had a
Big
really
Ben?
cute outfit, I thought. So, I'm sorry?
Well, like, where do they do the fireworks? At like an iconic place, like a
at
Big
the
Ben?
eye.
Okay, at the eye.
Right at the
Okay.
eye. They do it all right there. So you're not right in front of it. You're on either side because there's the 2 bridges on either side of the eye. So the eye's, kind of in the middle of these 2 bridges. So you'd be right on flanking the bridges. Well, my husband started doing some research. I don't know why he didn't do. He started reading more reviews and whatever, and he's like, I think this is going to be miserable.
Look at this. Look at this. There it is. Look at how that looks.
Oh, that's cool.
I got the pictures up right now to show you what the London Eye offers. You can see this at youtube.com/@comedy
I watched that in my
I do
hotel
like your
room.
husband's style because I do this where my wife will plan the whole vacation and then I'll only do research about it on the drive to the thing we're going to do and then start saying how we should do it.
So here's
Wait,
the
so
thing.
you talk about on the way there?
Like,
Here's the
like,
thing.
I kind of like that.
I
actually.
won't. I
didn't
won't
plan
even.
I kind of like that.
I didn't plan anything. I
I
planned nothing. I
Like,
planned one thing, and it was to go to the
So wait, you
whiskey tasting.
let me ask you just one question, then I'll let you
Which
explain
always
it.
goes
Do
over
you
well.
plan it? So you've
No,
planned it.
no. My wife plans it. I don't know nothing about it.
Okay, so you get in the car, and then she starts driving you there. You're in passenger seat. You get out your phone, and then you start searching reviews about what you're going to, and then you try to talk her out of it. And you have the length of time until you get there to do it. That's kind of cool.
None of the time, I'll just be like, hey, have you?
It's like an escape room.
Which is insulting to the person who planned this whole trip 8 months ago.
He
or
planned
whatever.
it, so he
Oh.
insulted himself.
Okay.
No, but he said, I guess he started reading reviews, and he's like, I think this is going to be miserable. I think we're going to be stuck in a boat where if we're not right next to a window, you're not going to be able to see up because fireworks go up. The boat doesn't have a glass roof. It's cold. You're in like a one of those like a
ferry.
Yeah, exactly.
Like a ferry boat.
Yeah. And then he's like, and then we're gonna be trapped down there with thousands. It's like
Did he
Times
not
Square.
read any of this when he booked it?
I don't know, and that's fine with me. But
Trap
I was
your
like,
family on a boat.
okay,
You're in a
it's
different
fine.
mentality though.
Yes.
Once you've already been there a long time, and then you're tired
Yeah,
as
it's
hell.
like day
Yeah.
18.
Yeah, you're hungover, and then so when you booked this 8 months ago, you're in the comfort of your living room. You were
And
fantasizing.
it sounded great. Yeah.
You know what it is? When you plan these trips, you always fantasize about the best
We
case
talk about it.
scenario ever, and you're just like, and the fantasy of it always better than the actuality of it. And then when you find yourself there, you are on a stinky ferry boat, freezing cold with a bunch of other tourists. They make you hate American tourists.
Yes.
Like,
and after-
Didn't you read that one time? Didn't you tell me that the chemicals you get from the planning of the trip are more
Greater.
than you get
Yes,
from?
of course, yeah.
Yeah. Where did you hear that?
Looking forward it's human psychology.
But
I think it's that way for
like the
most humans.
anticipation from everything is usually greater than what what it leads up to. But I mean, at the end of the day, though, this was a really epic trip to be able to do 5 matches. I mean, we met players. I got
You
stuff.
met a famous player, and I'm blanking on the
Yes,
guy's name.
Keith Jones was
No,
he played for Chelsea.
The good-looking black guy you met.
That was Keith Jones.
No, he was?
Yeah.
He played for Tottenham.
No, he played for Charlton and he played for Chelsea.
No, you sent me a picture, and then I Googled his face. I swear to you.
That's him.
And
No, that's
I
him.
ran it through the thing, and he played for Tottenham. I'll show.
Oh,
I
okay.
think
Did
we're
he play for
confusing.
Tottenham?
I think we're confusing a
maybe.
player. But this
'Cause-
guy's a stud. She got to meet a bunch of old British legends.
I met Bob Boland, who was he played for Charlton.
You got to touch and hold the loving cup.
My son did. I did not. But
I don't even know how that happened. So some little old man gave Mason
Yep.
the ability to hold the most precious relic in their division. Like, here, we won this. Here, son, hold this.
It was that old man. It was his birthday,
That's
and their
wild.
supporters, and they were like all these old men at a table, all like
Yeah.
There
They were
probably
drunk.
12
That's
of
why
them.
they handed it to you.
Yeah, and it was funny because they brought a player out to meet him.
That's cool.
Just to meet him. They came in his slides and everything, and then I took pictures because nobody else was taking pictures. The old man and the player are looking at me, so I'm snapping them with my phone, and I go over to him like, do you guys want these photos? Like, no, I have your photos. You want these? So I sent those over to him. It was really
That's
crazy.
neat.
And that stadium, crazy to say, the Charlton Stadium, we literally watched players walk in the door. We were walking from the store and around the back to go to the our door to the hospitality, and it says players entrance. And I look at my husband. I'm like right there, right there.
Yeah,
right
like
there.
this is where they
Right
walk in.
there.
Smaller club.
And then all of a sudden, this kid walks by with cleats slung over his shoulder and just goes in the door. And I look at my husband. I'm like, Okay, so that was a player, I guess, that just went in. I have no idea who it was.
And you know what's fascinating? I think you would like this, Tom, is that those guys, some of those guys are, let's say they're, because what division are they in? Are they two down?
No, I think they're just under. I just think they're one down.
Just one. Okay, so just one down.
But Charlton's at the bottom.
You have EPL, and then you have, is it Charlton?
Yeah.
And so they're on the bottom level,
and they
let's say,
Coventry.
of one league down.
Yes, he would love this.
Of the Standard Premier League. What's crazy about that is literally they're so close to being on the same level as the guys that are being paid 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, $100 million. One level below, and they'll have to have a second job. That dude will be like literally working at a pub, working at a steel mill.
Did you see?
And then he'll get done, drive up, get in there, and he's a great player.
Did you see the upset? So the upset the other day, and they,
Well, I know Wrexham had an upset where they
Mansfield or something like that.
Well, there's so many mans. Yeah,
no, it was
whatever.
a huge upset in the FA Cup the other day, and the guy, they just had a video on Instagram. He went back to his first grade PE class to teach.
Yes, I did see that.
Yeah. And they just upset. Who was it? Who'd they throw out?
Yeah, I don't know. We'll
anyway.
We'll figure it out later.
But I do have gifts for you. You don't really like football and soccer, so you don't get as many gifts.
That's not fair.
I know.
How dare you?
Hold on. You need to stick up for yourself.
You don't want my junk. You've already told me.
I just got a text from Kay Rollins yesterday. I was a former brand ambassador.
Wow.
For an MLS team.
You are. But you
Look
don't wear
at
hats.
I hosted at one time the 13th biggest soccer podcast in the United States.
You were just going to put the hat next to the Halloween bucket.
Sports. We made 7th.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We made higher than 13 was Tom and Dad. These are great, Tracy. Thank you.
So this is for Maisie.
Okay. Oh yeah.
And then these are for your.
What is this?
Real chocolate. This is a dairy milk. That's that Cadbury dairy milk. Have you ever had Cadbury dairy milk?
And then
it just melts in your mouth, man.
And then I brought you a program.
Yeah, game day program. And this is a good one because this is against Aston Villa, and we've got him.
Oh, we did.
The Cadbury kid rides again.
Find this man some pain pills. Stat.
And then, sorry.
Oh, what is that?
Oh, what is this?
For your hat.
Oh, thank you.
Or for whatever.
I got an
They're
Arsenal
just pins.
pen.
They're Mason picked out the stadium pin for you.
Yeah, that
he's
boy,
like, oh, get him the stadium.
That boy's got good style.
You didn't give me a jug of cologne from the duty free shop?
No.
What kind are you wearing these?
No,
Let's talk about that. What kind of cologne do you rock?
You're just gonna put my stuff in the garage next to that Halloween bucket. I know you.
I want a
Thomas.
jug of CKY.
Here, if you want.
I'll take it. Yeah, thank you so much, Tracy. That's very kind of you.
You're welcome.
A lot of people don't know that story. If you're a newer radio listener, when Tom was playing and practicing daily with the Orlando Predators, he hurt his shoulder and he became addicted to pain pills. And
I didn't become addicted to pain pills.
You were addicted for a
now
small
the
part.
doctors gave me some, and then I liked them
a lot.
and then when they were done, I'll do anything.
And
to
my
get
wife, Tom and my wife they like each other, and they're very similar. Very logical people. And my wife had come into I don't know why she had so many Cadbury eggs, but she would leave you 3 Cadbury eggs on your
podcasting seat.
On your podcasting seat every Friday to do the Friday Free Show, and you whoop them down. Because if anybody listening to this has never tried the combination of extreme sugar and pain pills, you need to because it's great. There. Did I say that okay?
All right, Tracy. We got to get out of here.
Yeah.
Thank you for telling us about your trip.
Thank you for my gifts.
Hey, you're welcome.
Appreciate the hats.
You're
Thank you so much.
You're
I
very
will
welcome.
wear them so much.
Also, if you want to advertise with T&D Media and Tom and Dan, email us. We all have an email.
You might be working with Tracy.
Show Tracy, yeah. And just send us an email and we'll get you some numbers.
There you go. If you want the numbers,
love numbers.
shoot us an email.
All right, we will see you tomorrow.
Got it. What's up, boss?
Yeah. Hey,
how are you?
Sorry about that.
Here you make me wait 5 minutes.
Hi, buddy. Hey, shut up. I gave Mo a shout out. I talked about awesome luggage. So there. And I gave you content when I was over there. Did you see that second one though? That McLaren that thing was in front of that hotel the whole.
Did you ride in that or no?
No.
Oh, okay.
It was just in the valet.
All right.
Like I was like, ooh, that's nice.
All right.
Everybody was there taking pictures of it.
Cool.
Yeah.
How are you, boss?
I'm good. Good.
Yeah, you get 2 hats though because I know you like trucker flat brims, and that's.
I like the black one though.
I know, and so the blue one's the exact same as the red one that I got.
I
you
know,
last
but
time,
the black one I've never seen before.
The black one, I was like,
You were drunk and you bought me a second hat. I appreciate it. Look at that one, guys. That's the blacked out Arsenal. Nobody will have that one. Thank you so much, Tracy. You're too sweet.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
All right. Love you guys.
Love you
Have a
too.
great show.
Will do.
Text me during. I might have a doctor's appointment during the match, so keep me.
Oh yeah, it's
Because I always know how it's going.
I think
We're
it's
watching Arsenal. She'll just send me expletives.
yeah, like, well, that
Guaranteed. Guaranteed. Chelsea will score first and force us into like chasing the game.
You think?
That's what always happens. We're not playing well lately.
Well,
Let me get Bus's camera looking good. I gotta
maybe I should go back.
pay attention here. What have you been up to, Bus? How was your Christmas, man? Did you?
Christmas good.
Your beard looks great.
I trimmed it today, actually.
It looks nice.
It's been a little long.
You look good with facial hair,
Thank
man.
you.
Like
Thank
this
you.
is way too long, but
Oh.
I'm doing a thing, you
I
know.
think you need to get a ponytail on that beard.
I'm gonna do a ponytail on this and on my hair.
Didn't the guy from Anthrax, Scott
Ian.
Ian, didn't he have like a ponytail at some point? I thought.
I
he
think
did.
Dimebag Daryl did
Maybe
too,
did.
where you could like I can
Didn't
do
turn out
that.
well for him.
No, I can take it and like my daughter because you can separate it. She wants to
Okay.
braid it.
Like some kind of.
See, like you can.
There you
It's
go.
so long now that I
Yeah.
can. Like it.
kind of,
It poofed out like the last couple months. It's been going hard, man. It's, like, it's too much. Too much.
Maybe like Captain Lou Albano. and
We've
put
talked
some
about
rubber
him.
bands in that thing.
We have. You know what? We're on this right wavelength. That's 1 and 2 Thursday.
Yes, Thursday, Wednesday.
Start wearing
this will
Hawaiian
be
shirts.
This will be for tonight, actually.
Okay, great.
And then that weird job we did, was that a welcome
It's 20.
back?
I can play it for you. Give me 1 second to. Save
And then
this
do
thing.
you want to talk about the upcoming things that we, obviously we're still live on Twitch and YouTube, but do you want to talk about the upcoming events that you were telling me about? Or do you
Probably
wanna wait?
one, not yet, because I don't have all the details yet.
Okay.
That one, I can text you, but that one I gotta wait on because I still am waiting on a few things. I mean, we're still doing all of our other things that we do.
Okay.
You know, Comedy Jam, but we have another one that's gonna happen.
Welcome to a corporate time.
It's a starting.
I just
Okay.
can't get there yet.
And that's the one that you were talking to me about?
Probably.
Okay.
With Ross?
No.
Pat?
no.
Oh,
No,
that,
no.
I don't know.
Okay, this is the one we were talking about getting insurance.
Yes, no, that's the one.
Okay, yeah,
Ross
okay.
Paget's gonna be part of that one. Not that you guys can't, but he's gonna be an integral part of that one.
Okay.
But yeah, that one I'm gonna wait because I just need to wait on that. I know, very secretive, but
The chat room. Someone in the chat room said I delivered Kroger to Mo's house.
all right.
And I wrote back to them, thank you for your service. I will miss the fuck out of you because Kroger is leaving.
Oh,
And they are so good.
I'm surprised that Kroger is leaving. They spent so much money to do all the
They're not making enough.
logistic. Well, they're not making enough. We could probably talk for 30 minutes on this, but like, I think there is a level of people that want to go to the grocery store. Like getting delivery is great, but there's also people that like myself. I don't know what I'm going to eat in 3 days. And so like I go
Yeah.
to Publix. So like,
Yeah.
I think they need to have grocery stores and delivery, and they never
Think
even
that's what
tried
killed
to
them?
open grocery stores. And Kroger's cheap compared to like
Oh, yeah.
Publix.
That's why my wife loved it.
Yeah, it's
But
cheap. I
you
mean, I
can
grew up
see-
with Kroger, and like it's way cheaper. Like you can get, it's probably $2 cheaper for like a lot of things, but to not even have a store. I mean, I get it. You're
Well, then
already
you're
in Georgia.
Eliminating a ton of overhead by just having, a warehouse and
Yeah.
just doing delivery.
You've already taken the one step. Why not take the full step and start opening stores? I don't know that personally.
Yeah, that's probably their plan. Like, hey,
But their plan is gone now because they're pulling out with all this delivery stuff.
I don't know why it.
They have Kroger in Georgia, so like you're only going one more state. Like what happens at the state line where people are like, you know what, that's Publix country. We're done. We can't compete.
Well, it was probably someone that like, hey, we can expand into this new market without the expense of opening a store. We'll just do delivery because look how much delivery services have gone up since COVID and stuff like.
True.
And they just weren't. I don't know why they weren't able to make the margins though.
Because I don't think everybody wants delivery. I've never gotten Kroger delivery, but if there was a Kroger grocery store by my house, I would probably go to it over Publix because of the price difference.
Yeah. Well, you are a smaller household as you and
But
your
Publix
wife.
doesn't do delivery.
No,
But they seem to
third
figure
par-
it out.
third-party delivery services.
Yeah.
And then if you're gonna do delivery, you're gonna go from the cheapest place. Like my wife will do Walmart delivery or pickup because it's cheaper by a lot than Publix.
Yeah.
But she hates going to Walmart because of obvious reasons.
Agreed.
Certain
Walmarts are better than others.
Yeah. But it's like you get the pickup or delivery and you get the cheap prices. And like that's why Andrea loved Kroger.
But you got to be home. That's the other problem. Like if you order it at noon, you got to be there when they deliver it, right? Or else it sits on your stoop.
I think they can leave it.
They obviously they didn't do
depends on what you order, right? I mean,
true.
Depends on if you're a planner. If you can't plan, then it's probably not for you.
You know where they failed in the marketing? I didn't even know that the Kroger delivery was a thing.
Oh, really? Well, that's your problem, I feel like, because they were all over
My
it.
problem? That's their problem. They didn't market it well enough.
I mean, they were giving away free delivery and free. They did a bunch of it.
The signage was.
I mean, okay, maybe they
I
didn't
didn't
do
hear
it well
about
enough.
it. I'm just saying they obviously did something wrong because they're going out of business.
Yeah.
No, that's incorrect. They're not going out of business.
Well,
They're just leaving Florida.
We're leaving
delivery.
Well, I'm saying in Florida or whatever.
I just think they could have opened some stores and it would have helped everything.
They should have had us market. We could have had Andrea,
I mean, they're
giving
not
testimonials and then
No, a
tell
lot of
hey,
that happened.
Save us money.
That already worked. Like I talked about it without being paid, and people actively did it, and we're like, "Oh, Dan, we're gonna miss it too because we heard you talk about it. We do it." So yes, that would have.
But you know what they did?
That wouldn't have saved it though.
They went to giant media conglomerates and they paid $500,000 a year. And it didn't. It went out to nobody. And then
you're not wrong.
I mean, not nobody, but less.
Well, like my mom. I mean, my
people.
mom is not going to get Kroger delivery. She goes to the grocery store. Like,
yeah.
I mean, there's just no need for her to get delivery. She doesn't know how to use the app. I mean, maybe she's not their market.
No,
but
This is for
who's
families.
Okay, that are too busy to go grocery shopping.
Yes, because my wife will get delivery.
I mean, she could go shopping, but she can save money and schedule it. So why not?
And so we buy the same eggs and almond milk and bullshit. Like there's,
but I'm sure there's stuff that they don't deliver because the person couldn't find it, or they had an orange, but you wanted these oranges, but they didn't have those oranges. Like if you were at the grocery store, you'd be like, I'll just buy the organic ones because I really need an orange. Like I've had that problem with them where they're like, well, we didn't see the banana you like, so we didn't get you bananas.
Oh no,
or something like that. They don't do that.
No, we've used it hundreds of times, and
because it's direct delivery.
It was really good.
It's not. This is not.
And it was refrigerated truck, so everything was cold when you got it.
It's not third party. The third party delivery service. That's
they
where
would
you
do
get
that.
Is it like what is it called?
Instacart.
Instacart or whatever. Like you got shoppers. They don't give a shit.
They'd bring me one banana, and I wanted a bunch of bananas. They'd bring one. Like why would I order one banana?
Because they're dumb. They're dumb. It's a dumb person.
The Kroger delivery, it was their employees, and you're getting straight from them. So it's like it's not this third party service. And I think there's value in that. I could see myself pitching to Kroger corporate like, hey, we need to get down to Florida, no stores, delivery only, it'll work, and then I'm fired. But I'm marketing
why
different.
Why not have both? Why not have delivery and a grocery store?
The grocery stores are for old people, Bustecker.
Okay. All right.
I don't know.
Well, he just said that. Him and his mom go to the grocery store. Like two old people use the grocery store. All right. Would you like to start?
Glad we did our business podcast.
We did it. We figured it all out. All right, here we go.
I figured you were recording that. I could just go home now.
No,
that's the pre.
No,
that's the warm up. That's the warm up. That wasn't the good. That wasn't the meat. That was just a mac and cheese. All right, here we go. In 3.
Oh, is this a welcome to or welcome back?
This is a welcome back.
Okay.
Because
we started the other one.
Yes.
Okay. Yes, I can.
Here we go. In 3, 2.
Welcome back to A Corporate Time. We've got John Bustecker here.
Hey.
Hold on, let's do it. You want to do the thing?
Okay.
We haven't done this in a minute. Let's do it right.
Oh.
Wesley Willis.
That's some grade A human content right there.
I think that's
Hold on, wait for it.
Oh. Hey.
That wasn't John. I pulled that hey.
From me?
Yeah,
From me.
I pulled that hey from
I'm
you.
not really in the song.
No, I slide you in there.
He died, didn't he?
Wesley Willis,
I
yes.
think he died.
Yes, he did. That's why because I love you.
Thank you. I
gave
appreciate
you one of the best theme songs I ever thought up to create for a person on the show because I do enjoy some Wesley Willis, and and Steve Albini, and all of the songs that he did that because he was a. What did he have? Schizophrenia?
I thought he was autistic or schizophrenic.
Somewhere.
Maybe both.
Yeah, I mean, that's close. And then he was, I think, homeless at times, and he had, but he played music and put out a lot of records. Go look for Wesley Willis. There you go.
Of course, John Bustecker is with Mo DeWitt and justcallmo.com.
Indeed.
He couldn't be here today, so I filled in.
Well,
we
Mo's a
appreciate
busy
that.
man.
He is a busy man. I am not, so I can make the sacrifice to be on your
busy.
show.
You're busy.
Yeah. I see you setting up the tent at all these different events, and you know, like you're
Yeah, you're a
weren't you
good
at the-
tent man.
You're
Yeah,
at 1010's
Saving on labor costs by doing it myself. No, we were at Rib Fest. We actually were at the Rib
You were a
Fest
big
last
sponsor,
year.
I thought, of Rib
We are.
Fest.
We are.
Yeah.
It's a fun event, community event, good time. So
Some would say no Mo, no Rib Fest, and what Mike and 1010 have done with Rib Fest,
it's great.
it's great. I've only been once, but I will be again because it's one of those things that like everybody can do barbecue, everyone can do chili, but I think the rib component of it is it's easier to cook. You can get more entries. It's just a good idea.
I will say it was last week, so if you're listening to this, you got to wait till
you
next
gotta wait.
year.
Yeah, you got some time. You got some time.
So
It was a good time though.
So what else has been going on, Bustecker? What do we
Man.
got coming up?
What do I got coming up? Well, I should say, Mo-wise, be a VIP because we are giving away a cruise. So just go to justcallmo.com/VIP. Sign up for that. So next week, we're actually going to give away the cruise, finally.
To somebody
who is a VIP, has to be a VIP.
And then you sign up for free
Yep.
at justcallmo.com.
/VIP.
And then you'll get a metal, like a kind of credit card that says, you're a Mo VIP.
Yeah. Your name's etched into it. We'll mail it to you. And then we give away tickets throughout the year. We do dinners. We do all kinds of free
Gatherings.
stuff. Yeah. And also, whenever there are events, they get first dibs on everything.
Pretty awesome.
On your radio show, Bustecker.
Yeah, the Orlando Shine Show.
The Orlando
Have
Shine.
you heard? I mean, these guys have been really investigative journalists.
No, I wouldn't say we. I will give it to Brendan.
I mean, these guys are like a couple of Action News reporters in here.
Yeah, the Woodward and
Digging.
Bernstein.
Have you seen the work that Orlando Shine Show Brendan O'Connor has been doing?
It's words, so you got to read them, Tom.
Some would say
How
that.
dare you.
Some would say that Brendan, local aficionado, superpower partier, and my favorite gay man, Brendan O'Connor, is pulling back the feathers on what's happened to Orlando Swans.
That's true. He just posted something on what's been going on with Lake Eola and the Swans and all that. And not just that they've been dying, but really sort of digging deep.
Yeah,
into
not
it.
the company line. He's been talking to people.
So what's going on with it?
They're all dying.
I would go to OrlandoShine.com and read it. It's called Death in the Water, and it's more than just that they're dying. That like who's in charge and what's happening with the water quality and what they're feeding them. Stuff
It's a
like
lot.
that.
It's very complicated.
It's a long story, but it's very well done.
Yeah, he did a great job on that.
Well,
You're a little piece of that. Well done.
I read it. I helped him sort of edit it.
Yeah.
But yeah,
well, good
I
job.
worked
You
a
guys
little
did
bit.
a good job. It's really well
Thank
done.
you.
Well, I mean, of course, I urge everybody to read the article, but I will say, the water quality for the Lake Eola is very poor.
Yeah.
And you can see it.
That's coming from scientist Tommy. You can just look at it and tell.
It's also
actually,
like 5 foot deeper. Like it's 3. The damn thing's a shallow pond.
A lot of water from downtown when it rains, it all drains
It
into
goes
Lake
there.
Eola. So there's a lot of storm water that goes into there.
Yeah,
as well as people just probably throwing stuff in there.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean,
Gotta
I throw
walk
stuff in
around
there
Lake
all the
Eola.
time.
Plus,
I have stopped since all of the hubbub with the Swans. I have stopped, but I would throw all of my old scooter batteries in Lake Eola.
cigarette
I would
butts.
drive by and I'd launch them out the sunroof of my wife's car.
Also, I mean, there's a lot of swans that live there, so they all poop in there. So there's water quality issues as well. That's a whole nother thing. But anyway, go read it. He did a really good job.
How many swans are there?
Well,
So,
like there's
good question.
two left
No,
now. We had like 20.
No, we had like 70. There's like 70 that live there.
70?
Yeah.
25
but
are
20,
dead.
some of them died, maybe 30 at this point. But according to Brendan, he talked to an expert that does like environmental consulting, and that person said a lake that size, if it was like in the wild or something like that, a 20-acre lake or 28-acre lake, it should actually just have 2 swans. Based on the size of the lake and
But
how
we're
many
American.
should live there. Yeah, but
And we like it bigger and better.
but Lake Eola has
2
like,
swans!
Yeah,
We're
yeah.
known for this, so we need a bunch out there.
You look, I love what you guys are doing, but I think Tom and I speak for all of Orlando when we say two's not enough.
No, yeah, we
Yeah.
need 50
50
swans out there,
swans at
Bus
least.
Anchor.
51. 51
All right.
swans
And we need to
loose.
paint some purple for Orlando City.
Yeah. You know, light up swan. They can have different personas.
Oh my
Actually,
God.
The real question is, do we really even need swans at all?
Oh,
at
now
Lake
you're
Eola?
taking our
What?
swans away. Whose side are you on? My
I don't
God.
know.
Of course
I don't
we need the swans. In fact,
It's the only thing we
dude,
have.
I just came up with an idea.
I love it.
Okay, here we go.
I'm signing off on it, and I don't even know what it is.
Yes.
That's how this works.
We're quitting the radio, right? Right, Tom?
let's do
Yeah.
So I know Buddy Dyer, right? I
Who's with
loosely.
me?
Hold on, I know him better than you do.
Okay, yeah, but we
you
both
can use my connection. I'm
yeah,
offering
yeah,
it to
but
you.
I
And
mean, we
we have
both
limited
know.
time because he's on his way out. Lame duck.
Yeah, yeah.
Lame swan. He's a lame swan.
Yeah, it-
I've actually eaten a banana on his porch.
Ew. I wouldn't say that. But
True
you
story.
look like you would do
I
that to
actually kissed him on the
politicians.
cheek one time, too.
My God.
so we got an in with the city, right? And what if I broker a swan deal where Tom and Dan bring in more swans?
Yeah.
All
kinds of
okay.
swans.
yeah. We
We'll
got
get some crazy ones.
Yeah. And then we know Savannah, and then she could put us into some bird guy.
You want to
We
put
kn-
gators there?
No, not
Put a
gator.
bunch of alligators around that swan. That's actually not a terrible
Not
idea.
a bad idea.
We can
Actually.
get any.
What do you want? We can get
TNT
anything you
Media
want.
can get any animal you
Yeah,
want.
we have a capybara in our bathroom, and we need to get rid of it. So.
Yeah. And then through one
can
way
hear
or
it
the
banging
other,
on the door.
and then we'll bring in 50 swans. Dude, we could charge $1,000 a swan.
Are you going to tell me you're going to get these swans to fight each other? I
No,
feel like this is where
no,
it's going.
get out of here,
Yeah,
Bus
yeah,
Anchor.
I
yeah,
feel like you're a
I'm running a-
swan fighting
It's a
ring.
legitimate business.
We're running a legitimate
You're the
business.
Michael Vick of
We're
swan
not
fighting.
some podunk, ridiculous poacher.
You're training these swans to hit each other.
No, they're a little smaller than the normal ones they're running, but it's fine.
And then here's the thing: we gotta lay low and then just bring them in at night. We'll bring them in by the truck.
Well, I thought we'd fly them over and drop them
Well,
in.
they clip their wings too.
Yeah,
by
that's
the
why
way.
I'm gonna fly them over and drop
Yeah.
them in.
They'll
'Cause
glide
they can
down.
land in the
Little
water.
parachutes,
They can
maybe?
land. No, they'll glide. Tom's right. They
Yeah,
can see.
yeah.
Tom knows. You know what? For a second, can you stay out of man's business for a second while Tom and I work out how we're gonna drop these swans out of a helicopter? Do
Yeah.
you still have Death Wish Dan?
Yeah, but they can't get. I need a
We
bigger.
can each. I can
No,
carry.
I
I
can
can
get
carry
us a
one
Cessna.
swan under each arm. We can drop. We can drop 2 an hour.
I just figured you'd want to gamble on these swans somehow.
No. This is above gambling. Bus.
I've never heard these words
Gambling
from
was
Tom
2025.
Van.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
2026.
Because here's the thing:
He's been on T-ball games. He's telling this is above.
Brendan's article and all this swan talk is putting pressure on the city to
Yeah.
get the swans in there because everybody's like, "Oh, your swans are sick."
We got a whole mess on our heads,
Yeah.
Dyer.
It doesn't make Orlando look good. All our swans got some disease, and everybody's like, "Oh, there are dead bodies everywhere."
can I-
Part of our service will be getting rid of the dead bodies before the goddamn media gets in there.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah, go ahead.
One of the problems is
try to answer it.
One of the problems is that the people that take care of the swans.
I'm not. I'll say I'm not an expert, but go
No,
ahead.
you're not.
All right,
But
go
but I
ahead,
know
go ahead.
you know a decent amount about
Maybe.
the story because I've read more than Tom has, and
Oh,
you've
that's a
read
fact.
more than
That's
me.
a fact.
So with this, we have the cycle of
Okay.
knowledge here.
All right, go ahead.
The problem was that they were getting conflicting reports of things being reported because there was a city line of this is what's happening. And then the people that take care of the swans are
Yeah.
saying, yo, no. They're almost like, in a weird way, sort of like, for lack of a better term, but this one's popular these days, they were sort of whistleblowing.
Yeah.
That,
From what I understand,
Right.
there is a volunteer group that sort of takes care of the swans, and the city has some role in that too. But I don't think the volunteers felt that the city was doing enough
Right,
to
there
take
you go.
care of them, and that they were dying. And
So that's
not
why they're
really
bringing in
saying
Tom and
anything.
Dan, because they need
And
somebody who cares.
I don't think anybody disagrees that bird flu happens and birds can die. Like this happened 2 years ago, and they took care of it.
Yeah.
I think it was from what I understand, the sort of gap between it's happening now and nobody's doing anything, and nobody's doing anything. Now it's time that we have to say something as a volunteer group. So I think
Gotcha.
that's where the
And
disconnect was.
This is a little known fact, but Tom and Dan, we go way back with swans at
do.
Lake Eola because one of our first events that we've ever had
Yes.
as Tom and Dan, and we're talking, this is 17 years ago. Like we got accused. One of our listeners got accused.
Molesting a swan.
Molesting a swan,
Was he
yeah.
beating it up or something?
No, somebody said one of our
is it kicking it
listeners.
around?
I believe it.
Somebody said one of our listeners threw a piece of house siding at a swan's neck.
they
I
bring it
remember
with them?
this because I got the email. No, he was accused of taking like like a piece of siding and throwing it at a swan's neck and hitting the swan in the neck.
That sounds like a
story.
WWE match from when I was in high school where they would just do these crazy matches.
True story. I remember texting Tom. I'm like, oh, God, one of our listeners broke a swan's neck. Tom's like, what?
I'm like, I don't care. Well, no, I shouldn't have said that.
It wasn't true.
I
It wasn't
said that
our
behind
guy.
closed
No,
doors.
it wasn't
Just
our guy.
another random person
It wasn't our guy.
throwing
No.
siding at a swan.
Yeah. We get accused of that. How dare anybody that
Still haunts me to this day.
Hey,
Hey, you're the swan siding guy. I'm like, no, I'm not. No, I'm not.
So what else has been going on, Buster?
Get us off of it.
Put me on the spot. I don't know.
Yeah,
I mean, it's
sorry.
like just sort of what I
You've
normally
been
do.
everywhere, though. I've been seeing you all over the place.
I went to Marco Island for New Year's.
Nice.
Never been. Got to play some pickleball for the first time.
Marco. You know, Dog the Bounty Hunter lived in Marco for just a little bit of time, and he moved away.
I don't
Said
think
it
they'd
stinks.
allow him there. It's fun.
You probably crossed over Crystal's grandfather's bridge that's named after him. in
Really?
Marco
What's it
Island.
called?
The Herbert Savage Bridge.
Maybe. I don't know. I wasn't paying attention.
You
should've
look
just
at the
called it-
brown signs on the bridge name. Every time I look at all the
I
bridge
do.
names.
There's some of them. I like the ones that are weird Southern names. Or I love those. They should have just called it Savage Bridge. Sounds awesome.
No,
I've never been before, but I did get to play pickleball, which is a lot of fun.
So is that your first time playing pickleball?
Yeah.
What do you
yeah.
think?
It was fun. I can see why retirees get into
You got
it.
the itch? You got the pickle itch?
Maybe.
gotta-
I might be a little too young to play it. I
You're
don't
gonna
know.
go up to Gronk's place. We have Gronk has
know-
a place here in town.
The first time I
What
know
is it called? It's like Slam Yard or something.
yeah.
I know what you're talking about. They have like
come on, down to
50
Slam Yard.
like 50 courts.
Yeah.
So the first
50
time
courts, 50 tabs.
It's funny because I was on the
Crush yard.
southwest coast as well over
Same time?
the New Year's Eve weekend. Yeah,
You didn't even text me?
I
What the heck?
I was in the Minnesota Key, and then they
Is
had
that like the poor version of Marco Island?
yes. I'm glad you brought that up. Yes,
All
it
right,
is.
Just making sure.
The funny thing about Marco Island, no one named Marco. They're at where Tom was at.
Oh yeah, same roads as Deltona, made by the same person,
Yeah.
which was my wife's grandfather. The Deltona Corporation made Deltona and Marco Island.
Mackle brothers.
So take that, Marco Island. You're not that fancy. you're in bed with Deltona or cousins with Deltona.
Yeah.
Anybody's cousins with Deltona,
Not good.
you can't get away from that.
You cousin with Deltona.
Same. They got a Providence down there on Marco Island, and they got the
they
same.
got a Montecito.
Yeah, the same
got an
name
L-cam?
roads.
Give me an
Yeah, they
L-cam.
got an L-cam and Marco Island. Same roads as
Yeah.
Deltona, Marco.
People that live in
You're
Deltona.
not that fancy.
They
You were
know that.
never. Well, you would have been poor enough to live in Deltona, but you came too late
Yeah, I
from
guess.
Detroit. Yeah.
Anyway,
you strike me as buying your first home in Deltona. You would have been that guy. Yeah, we all did.
The
We all
first time I played pickleball was over the New Year's Eve break. And
With your kids?
Yeah, my kids were there, because the resort we were staying at had like pickleball courts, and then my kid, it was like free to play.
Yeah.
So we the
Were
first
you
time
crushing it? Were you just like hitting it
What'd
in
you
their
think?
face? And
I'm like, this is tennis, which I knew already. It's like it's big, it's small tennis, big ping pong, which I know.
Hold on, that's the name of our show. Wait, am I small tennis and you're big? Yeah, I'm small tennis and this is big ping pong.
well,
And
it's
then-
easier to keep the ball in the court. Like tennis can be
It's
difficult.
slower.
Yeah.
It's slower,
Well,
right?
well,
because you're using
But
a
that
wiffle
ball's
ball.
hard. Like
Well,
if you hit it hit
yeah,
your
yeah,
face.
But it's a wiffle ball,
But
right?
I'm also
It's a harder wiffle ball, but yeah.
I'm running around and stuff, and I'm like, it's better than this ping pong, which I had a ping pong table,
I
and
love
then
ping pong.
I migrated over to the ping pong table, and I'm like, this is better.
Can I ask you a serious
There's
question?
A ping pong better than pickleball. Pickleball better than tennis.
Let me ask you a question, because for a hot minute, and a lot of our listeners that have been with us for decades would know this, you became like borderline obsessed with ping pong, where you had a ping pong serving machine.
What? They make
He's a good
I didn't
player,
even know
man.
they
He's
made
a
that.
good player. And he got better. Like you started, it was almost like pre-gambling. You were dedicating your life to ping pong, and I was down for it. It was cool. This is my question, and there's no shade at all because I like ping pong. In fact, I miss the times when we would go and you do this ping pong like
Tournaments.
promotion.
I like ping pong. Ping
And then
pong's
Little
fun.
Red would show up and crush everything. Oh, it's fun. It's fun. So what stopped ping pong? What was it? Having Tommy? and you had to clear that room. Like, what's
Yeah.
because you
I already
were
got
hot.
addicted to drugs in the last segment.
You were really
Drugs
hot.
better than ping pong.
You were hot on the ping pong, and like it seemed like this was going to be like something you would hold on to as an old man going into your 40s and 50s. I would have bet you were going to be an old ping pong man.
Well, and this happens to a lot of people with hobbies that I even know, and I've seen with friends that have this. Like, you get into a hobby, and then it's good at the beginning. It's kind of like starting a business.
You had a table. You had an automatic surfing machine that your wife bought you.
All hobbies,
awesome.
all hobbies and small businesses are only good at the beginning. All right?
I'm listening.
The learning process of going from horrible or nothing, like the business doesn't exist, to up and running where it's actually working, and then like I guess the comparison to the hobby is that you get good enough to be better than amateur or someone who doesn't have this. You know what I'm saying? And then what you realize after you get to that point, after I get the serving machine, I have the ping pong table, I'm playing a lot with friends and stuff.
Were you playing the afternoons while you're having a highball?
And then just like small business, and then you talk to someone that is really good at business or really good at ping pong, and you see what they're doing, and you realize no amount of work or practice will ever get me to this point. And
So
then you
you-
give up.
But like, it can still be fun. Like, you don't have to be the best at it.
You said the wrong word, my
yeah.
friend. Fun
Really?
is not something.
Because
that
like I
Tom
know I'm
Atkins-
never gonna be an amazing hockey player, but I still play because it's fun.
He likes to do
Yeah,
things
no.
that he feels like will pay off later, not just pay off at the time. Like like give him some vibe or feeling.
Well,
or
yeah,
you know.
but then knowing that there's other people out there, because then I would have these tournaments and Little Red would show up, or someone that's really good at ping pong.
Yeah.
we had a couple
And-
of ringers.
And then I would not even stand a chance.
So what?
It blow the doors out. Well, then I want to give up, sucker.
But you're
Because
never-
I'm
I
like,
mean,
I'll never be as good as
But
him.
don't you run these Ironmans and stuff?
No, well, I hate
Or
those
whatever.
two.
you see
But
what he
like-
did? He low-key bullied you. Did you
But
see what
no,
he
what
did?
I'm saying is like you're
He
you're
knew
not
you don't do
ever-
Iron Dance, but he said it.
yeah.
That was a
whatever,
low-key
whatever you call them,
passive-aggressive diss.
aluminum mans, whatever you do.
Now he's really doubling
like-
down. This guy's like low-key textbook, a really, really
No,
good
what,
bully.
What I'm
You're an
saying
excellent
is
bully.
like you're never gonna be like the world's fastest. Any of these things, but you still do them.
What-
Oh, are you trying to talk about it? Are you trying to get him to give up? Are you trying to get
Well, I'm
him to
giving
give
up. I'm glad you brought it up. I'm giving up after this
What if
next
you
one.
did? What if he's like says it? What if you don't even make it? You're like, you're right. Take your
Yeah.
workout clothes, shove it in the trash.
Yeah, because it becomes where I'm like, I'm just getting incrementally better. But these people that are insanely better, they have more time to put
They're
into
rich.
it.
Rich people can do stuff.
But
like
they're
that.
genetically better and smarter. Just better humans.
We didn't say
You know-
smarter. You didn't have to add that.
You know how hard it is to look at someone and just have to admit they're better than you at all.
I do it all the time.
Who cares?
I literally
It's hard
do
for
it
me.
all the time.
I don't want to
It's
look
like
at
my whole
it.
life.
I like to hang out with people that I'm better than.
You
Not
needed to
better
be,
than me.
You needed to be short because, like, I have had
You're right.
a huge level
You're
of
right.
like
I
any
grew up too
room-
normal.
Yeah, you did grow up too normal. Any room I go into, and I'm like, oh god, I'm the weakest always. And when you're the weakest in all scenarios, you get
Yes.
immune to it.
Yeah, I hate being an average white guy. It sucks. Besides from the little bit of perks. cops
Our
and other
buddy
stuff.
SJ, I did not know this, but you know our buddy SJ, who
Yep.
helps us with computers around here, he says I was a ping pong state champion in Jacksonville, 1986 for 12 and under.
Wow.
I mean, maybe it's time to dust off the
Yeah.
old. That we need a. Anybody got a ping pong table they'll bring to our next event? I'll run
What
it.
did you do with your ping pong table?
I had to sell it when I had kids.
Didn't it get
Buzzsacker.
rained
That's why
on?
it's
Why?
hard.
Because you don't want your kids to have fun on a ping pong
No, they're
table.
babies,
space,
Buzzsacker.
for
You don't
space.
understand babies. They had turned the ping pong room turned into a baby room, or like they put a bunch of like tiles down and
you got to put down the little squishy tiles, and you got to throw blocks
Yeah.
everywhere.
yeah. Then I had to sell the.
Maybe
ping
you
pong.
need a hobby that there's no competition.
No, what's the fun of that? That's,
So, like-
competition's the only way to know if you're better than someone.
Our ping pong table is one of the only things that you spend money on, and as soon as you buy them, they're worth $0. No, I'm dead serious. Because like
TVs,
you've had
any
hundreds of
exercise
I
Do you
saw them
remember-
at the
do you
side of the
remember-
road, and they're like, "That's a good ping pong table."
I'm making myself
little
laugh
warped.
now. Do you remember when you were like the active buyer and trader
Of ping pong tables.
And you had like the blue ones, the green ones, the bigger ones, he had so many ping pong tables, and he was brokering them for other people.
Well,
I'm telling you, he got into it as a hobby. He really got into it.
We'll end with this, with the ping pong table buying story. I was on the radio.
I missed these. Fun Tom like ping pong.
I use radio like my own personal Craigslist,
old-timey trading,
or Facebook Marketplace, where I would just say things.
Radio.
I would say things I wanted, and then the listeners would email me. I have this thing.
Even Angie's List, he'll do it for services.
I'll sell it to you, or give it to you, or trade it to you, or drunkie, or whatever. So I do that a lot, almost every week. I just go get free stuff from listeners. I'd still do it now, but I'm a little more ashamed. I'll just tell you the truth.
I like it. I love it.
I just
have a top 10 list of wants every week.
You came all the way to DeBerry for a free ping pong table, Tom, and I'm like, I feel embarrassed now.
What's the biggest thing you ever got? Probably a ping pong table or jacuzzi, right?
I said I want a ping pong table, and some listener emailed me and said, "Hey, I got a ping pong table. I'll sell to you for $20. Oh no, come get it. I don't use it anymore. It's in my car."
Seriously, it's always like, "Oh, I'll sell it to you for $10." And I'm like, "Well, are these things like literally worthless? Because I thought they were hundreds of dollars."
And then I drive to the worst parts of town.
I thought was this the college guy?
No. This is a story where obviously this listener's giving me a free ping pong table. I'm gonna stop and get him like a 12-pack of beer, and then,
just like a pedophile would a girl, just like you would on To Catch a Predator. You bring some smeared off ice, and you're like, "Hey."
So I'm like, I'm gonna trade this. Listener's nice enough to give me a free ping pong table. I'm gonna get a 12-pack of Bush or whatever the hell.
I do. Why'd you say Bush? He's horny. He's horny.
And then so I stop by, get a 12-pack of beer, and then
that's
I pull
dangerous
up,
too, because you might end up playing and drinking with the guy.
I pull up to this hellhole, so it's like a real bad part of town, and then I go up to the door and knock at the door, and then old redneck answer. He's like, "Hello," and I'm like, "Jeremy." I'm like, "Are you Jeremy? I'm here for the ping pong table." He's like, "Jeremy's my son."
Oh my god!
And it was a 14-year-old boy.
Yes.
And it looked like I was a pedophile.
I'm so sorry.
Hey, I'm Chris Hansen. Why don't you come on in here?
Was the dad selling it, or was Jeremy selling it?
No, it was this boy. It was
why isn't that boy working for it? That's a good salesman.
The boy, and then I still got the ping pong table.
I like that.
And I kept the beer.
I like that nothing. I like that you
nothing
powered through that.
Me.
I like that nothing stops you. I think I would have been like, "Oh, I'm so sorry," and then they would have been like, "Hey, how do you know Jeremy?" And I'm like, and I just get in my car and drive away.
Here's the thing: poor people don't care about pedophiles that much.
Yeah.
Only rich people do.
Yeah. Well, ultra rich, they do.
Yeah. They're the ones.
Then it comes back around.
Poor people live in no fear.
Yeah. The poorest people can navigate them, and the richest people can navigate them.
All right, Bussecker. We did a lot of that today.
We did a lot of bad today.
Just call Mo. Injured on the go. Just call Mo. Sign up to become a Mo VIP, because you really do get access to a ton of free events around Central Florida that are top
Bears
quality
games, and we give away a lot of those tickets
and
too.
You heard it.
And these are top quality events that Mo puts on for free.
The Christmas event with Santa Claus was like the greatest thing.
Well, good. We'll probably do that again this year.
That was so fun. My daughter loved it. That Santa Claus was he was
great.
He was amazing.
Savvy Santa. He was great.
That guy's great.
And we will see you tomorrow.
Got it. All right. Are we at lunch now and then waiting for Lobster Boy after the break?
Yeah. When we come back, we got Lobster Boy.
It's Lobster Boy Jr., because Lobster Boy, the original Lobster Boy, the horrible man, he died.
I think, you know what? There's a story he's going to tell it.
Yeah, I think it was his dad.
No, it was his dad.
And then you found something I didn't know. We watched a bit of a documentary about it, and the mom has lobster hands too. And I'm like, how does that happen?
Okay, I figured out, because the wizard was over my house last night. I was telling him about Lobster Boy coming to my house, telling my whole family. And I was showing him pictures that Miguel showed me. I'm like, this is Lobster Boy. He's coming to the studio tomorrow. And my sons are like, ew. Anyway, so then
they're so proud of you.
So then the wizard brought up a good point. He's like, wait a minute, is like lobster it's kind of his name is the
No, he's okay with it.
is the mutation that causes his hands to be 2 lobster claws. Is that a dominant gene that he passed on because his dad was a? And then I was like, that's a good point. You'd think it would be recessive or whatever. And then I was like, but he married a lobster girl.
They got something in common.
And then had him. So it's like they had 2, and they're like, well, how does that happen? This has got to be a rare thing.
Yeah.
Although one of our listeners had it in one hand, and he'd shake my hand at every event. And I go,
He didn't have it in both?
huh?
He didn't have both?
I thought he only had one hand. His shaking hand. Maybe he did have both. He did have both.
I mean, couldn't you make your shaking hand the other hand?
Giovanni. His name was Giovanni.
Okay, yeah.
He's a nice man.
He is a nice man. If you're listening out there, Giovanni.
Yeah, was it both hands you had lobsters, or were you a 1 lobster man?
Yeah.
Man.
I
So
forget.
maybe it's not that rare.